So glad that you guys are all here. We love sharing our stories because everybody has had such a different experience with plexus. And I was one of those people who signed up for weight loss. And we all know, maybe you don't, that plexus is truly about gut health. And I learned that very quickly because after I started, about 2 weeks in, I started to realize that it was helping me with so many other things. I had a lot of issues with depression, anxiety, irritability, just like kind of a lack of patience with my kids. And I just kind of thought, that's mental health, right? But 2 weeks in, I started noticing I just felt like a completely different person. My brain fog was gone. I felt just so much more clear-headed, and I was patient again. I just was that mom I wanted to be. And I thought, gosh, this is a whole lot more than weight loss is what I'm getting here. So I was really happy with those results. And then, of course, I took the products through pregnancy and had such a night and day difference with the 2 pregnancies. My first child, I had just complication after complication. And then the second pregnancy was just perfect. And my little boy, he's perfectly healthy, and I was able to breastfeed him, and I was not able to do that with my first child. So it's just blessings on blessings. And it's just done a lot for my life in the health arena, but my husband's health as well. My daughter takes the products. We're a big plexus family, but I know why we're here is to kind of share about the income side and the opportunity that it's provided. And I did not expect to get into that at all. I was just here to take the products. That's all I wanted to do. And I remember they asked me to share like immediately, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I want to take the products for a minute, but I shared. And then after 2 weeks of taking the products and I had the results I did share, and I signed up several people right away because my results were so amazing. And I had such a fantastic time on the products that, everybody else wanted to do that too. And I got to tell you though, the story behind that is just amazing because I was staying at home with my daughter. I was working a full-time job, and I was probably working about 50 hours a week, and I was taking care of my pawpaw, and there was just so much going on. I was not getting any time at home with my daughter. And I decided that I had to leave that job that was paying me really well. And then we were just on my husband's income and staying home with my daughter. I was just like, I told my husband, I remember saying these exact words. I said, I don't know how, but I'll find a way to make us some money. I will find a way. And it was just so funny. I just found this little stick of Slim in the back of one of my cabinets one day, and I shook it up and I drank it, and I was like, I want to do this, And so anyway, that's how that got started. But when I actually started earning a paycheck, at the moment we were budgeting well, and I thought, okay, I don't know why, but we're just going to tuck this away. I'm just going to keep holding on to this money because I feel like, we might need this. We're, like I said, living like this, and you never know what's going to come up. And sure enough, God had set that whole thing up, save your money, because my daughter ended up needing therapy. And as I said, I had to stay home with her, and just things kind of progressed to that. And we needed that money for that. And that's where that went. But Andrea asked me to go a little deeper on this, and I'm going to tell you guys just a little sliver more of this whole story. It's been a little bit over a year ago, and I usually cry when I tell this, but I'm going to try not to. My husband, my why, the reason I do this is because my husband works a job at a chemical plant, and it's a very dangerous job. And a little over a year ago, he was at that job. He was not supposed to be there. He got called in for overtime, and there was an explosion at the plant. And I mean, by the grace of God, he was within 50 feet of it, and he came out without a scratch on him. But ever since then, it's like, we need to get you out of here. We cannot have you doing this kind of work. And prayers were answered. My husband did get another job recently, and we thank the Lord for that. But he had to take a very big pay cut to get out of there. And so it's like, here we are again, where this plexus income has just swooped in and just helped us get by, and it's going to continue to do that. And so I can't tell you how thankful I am for it. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I just fit it in, around the babies, with the babies. Like, we're just doing it. I mean, we're moms that do this, we're moms that work, but it works for everybody. You just have to find the way that it works for you. So that's my story.
It is an amazing story. She told us at one of our retreats, and there was like not a dry eye in the room. And thank you so much for sharing that and being open. We so appreciate that. We love you so much. All right. Ashley is next. Go ahead, babe.
Sorry, I had to figure out how to unmute myself, and I'm over here crying like a baby because of Amanda's story. Of course, you'd put me next.
Sorry.
No, it just hits home. I'll get into it a little later because my husband also had an accident that was really rough. So we'll talk about that as well. But I just want to thank you, Andrea, for letting me jump on here to talk a little bit about my plexus journey and the opportunities that it has provided. I started Plexus right after Christmas. I watched my friend Morgan like a hawk on social media because she kept posting about this pink drink. And I was so curious, like, what is this pink drink? And I just kept continuing to watch all of her posts throughout my pregnancy. And I waited until after I had my baby and I reached out to her. Initially, I just told her that I was just really wanting something to help with weight loss. It seems to be everybody's thing, weight loss. I wanted energy, and I wanted something to help with mood swings. So I have been a stay-at-home mom for almost 2 years. Sorry, fussy kids. And burping. But I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 2 years, and I was run down, I was moody, and I was really stressed. I just had a baby. I went into preterm labor, and my husband was recovering from a motorcycle accident that happened in September. Oh, it just gets so worked up about it. I'm sorry. But he was out of work for 3 months because of the extent of his injuries. He had an open book pelvic fracture. He broke his wrist. He broke his left shoulder. So right wrist, left shoulder, open book pelvic fracture. Broke several ribs. Gotta collect myself. I'm sorry. But luckily he did not have a head injury, but he was not okay for a long time. He was out of work for 3 months. He was in a nursing home for some time, and it was really hard. It put a lot of stress on our family. When I went into labor, he wanted to so badly be there at the hospital that I literally threw his wheelchair in the back of our Jeep in between contractions, and we just rushed to the hospital afterwards. Oh, it was a mess, but in the midst of it all, we also sold our house and we moved into a temporary townhome. There was no backing out at that point because we had already been in the process before my husband's accident. So we couldn't back out in selling our home, and we ended up having to continue forward. But so with that, there was a lot of stress. Medical bills just kept rolling in for my husband, for myself, because I went into preterm labor, and also for my babies. So it was a mess. At first, I wasn't interested in being a brand ambassador at all. And Morgan did mention to me some of the perks of getting referrals. And I thought that was really nice that I could get some product credits just by referring friends and family. I started feeling better and better each day that I took the products. I wasn't moody anymore. I was losing weight. I had amazing energy. That's when I started posting on social media how I was feeling, and it just blew up from there. Like, I had friends and family that were contacting me, asking me what I was doing and what was making me feel so great. So that is when I wanted to learn more about the business side of Plexus and realize the amazing potential it could have for my family. And instead of aimlessly scrolling Facebook throughout the day, I am being productive, making posts and helping others with their health journey as well, while I'm still able to just be home with my family, which is great. But my first paycheck has paid for my products and my husband's products, which is amazing. I didn't think I'd be helping others with their health journey, but I love it. It has been so much fun. It's only taken a short amount of time each day, and I still get to spend time with my family. I get to take my babies to work meetings in my jammies and not be judged for it. And who wouldn't want that? I have my son next to me eating an applesauce and watching Mickey Mouse. That's what you're hearing in the background. But I'm just so excited about the possibilities, and I'm hopeful with this income, I'll be able to help pay off some student loans, help with some medical bills, and hopefully be able to help my husband with paying for our new home. And I just love Plexus because we get to offer hope, we get to offer health and excitement. And I also get to do this with the strongest men and women I know that are so supportive, and we get to help others make new friendships and have fun doing it together. And it really is what you make of it. You can dig deep and get really involved in the business side of things and just enjoy the ride. But I promise you, if you are new, you are going to have such a hard time not sharing with others. Like, it's just hard not to share when you feel so good. But I just want to thank Andrea again for allowing me to share on this Zoom meeting, and thank you so much.
You are so welcome. I could not have you share, because I was like, this girl is like so vibrant. She like shows up and she's brand new. And when she says that her first paycheck paid for her products and her husband's, that's over $300. And she's done this within the first, less than 30 days. And she just actually hit the second rank in our company. And she's on the fast start track. So she is going to be making almost over $1,000 within her first 30 days. That's insane. I don't know about you, but when I first started, I also did the fast start. And when that $1,000 hit my checking account, I was like, holy cow, that is gas. That is groceries. That is my car payment. Like, things that you stress about that you really don't think about. Of course you're thinking about it, but you don't think that this opportunity or this little pink drink can lead to bills being paid, stress coming off, right? And so thank you so much, Ashley, for sharing. I know she is literally brand new and she's just kicking butt. And so thank you so much. All right, next up is Allie.
Hi guys, my little guy wanted to sneak out of bed and be on here with us tonight too, so bear with us, but he is my why, and I'm going to share a little bit about it. I'll probably tear up. Seems to be the tone of the night, but that just means we're here for a reason, and we're excited that you guys are here to join in and just listen and see if this is something that you would consider diving into with us. So I'm a more seasoned gal here with Plexus, but I started about 4 years ago. And was that person that, thought I was already healthy, loved to exercise, and never struggled with my weight. So I just kind of thought that I was, checking the boxes and doing the things that I needed to do, but I wasn't feeling good after I started talking with my friend Heather that's here on the call tonight. And so she shared, about this gut health stuff. And at the time it was like around our wedding, and it was just like, do I really want to pay, a little over $100 to get started? And I said yes. And I thought for sure I was going to do it for 60 days, take the money back guarantee, and not really see anything because I was healthy. But little did I know I would be here 4 years later telling my story and now being able to stay home with this little guy. But there's been lots of changes in the process, through a pregnancy, through graduate school to become a nurse practitioner. Plexus was such a blessing. It was community that I didn't know I needed, friendships that are literally one of a kind, so supportive. It's taught me so much about myself and mindset and how anyone can do this. A lot of it is just believing in yourself and growing each day to follow your dreams, to dream bigger, to believe bigger. And that might sound cliche, but even after 9 years of nursing school, I accepted my first nurse practitioner job during a pandemic, such a goal of mine. And I'm so glad that I did it. But all those years of working as a nurse and 10-hour shifts and then working in an office, but, having a baby, it changes everything. And when Ashton was born, it's 2 years now, I remember sitting in my nursery, rocking him, saying like, I want to be home with this peanut. I do not want someone to raise my baby. So again, that was after, studying for boards. That's what I knew, but Plexus had already been such an amazing thing for me. But I was like, I'm doing this. Like, this can be whatever I want it to be. And I love health. And this is an avenue to going out there, to use health in a different way and to use my strengths and my knowledge in a totally different light. So yes, I went to school for 9 years. You may not think I'm using my degree, but here in Plexus, I feel like I am using my gifts along with my degree. But, some of the thoughts that I've had plenty of times along the way, and I help people, see that maybe they think they're too busy, maybe that you don't know enough people to do something like this, maybe you don't want to be a salesperson or you don't want to be pushy. Maybe you think a lot about what people think of you, and it's just something that's, holding you back from a lot of things in your life. I can definitely say that I have thought all those things, but again, those are just things that, of course, I don't want to talk all night, but that this business and this opportunity and this community has helped me grow through and learn that those are not things that, those are fears. That's not from God. God has a bigger plan. And so I loved my nurse practitioner job. I was so excited for it. But then when I got into that seat every day and it was on someone else's time clock and I was not appreciated, and I was, wanting me to do more, see more, I just knew that my heart was not content. So showing up every day, 5 months ago, I was actually forced to leave that position, and thank you to Plexus, I was able to do that. And I was not forced to stay, which is what, again, thanks to Plexus, that I was able to stand firm and follow my heart and my gut and just do what's best for my health at the time. So although being a stay-at-home mom, I never thought I would say, was an eventual goal, I kind of woke up a stay-at-home mom, like bam. And I'm thankful, but again, thank you, Plexus. So I feel like, if you're here, even if you're listening and you're considering, like, you're here by design on a time, like this is God's timing to let you hear what you need to hear tonight. If you love what you do, you do not have to quit your job to be successful at Plexus, but you can work it in the nooks and crannies of your life. You can work it, part-time, full-time, and you can be successful to whatever length you want to. And again, as the girls have already said, the community, sorry guys, is truly one of a kind. And, it just takes learning something new. But, as far as my health, gotten rid of headaches, gotten rid of bloating and constipation issues and mood swings and sugar cravings, and just, no longer live on ibuprofen for headaches or acid reflux medicine. And even though, those are sometimes okay to take, Plexus has truly changed so much. And I'm just truly passionate about helping people learn about, you can hear me from the train behind me, through, my passion for improving my own health. And it's just magnified to hundreds. So if you're new here, you might not even know, the first rank is literally helping 3 friends, and that's covering the cost of what most people invest in their own Plexus journey. And so I kind of accidentally did that. And then from there, again, it was just a ripple effect of continuing to share from my heart and just connect with people, love on people, and accept a change and just be willing to grow and learn new things. And I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Definitely feeling more fulfilled than on someone else's time clock for 10 hours a day, being away from that peanut, and now expecting my second baby. So very fortunate that, of course, the products are helping my health, but also allowing me to enjoy those things with less stress.
Yes, I love that so much. And I think you can see the common theme is you literally can do this with your kids.
Yes.
Literally can do this with your babies. And I think that, whether you're a mom, whether you're not a mom, I started Plexus 6 years ago, this month actually. And I wasn't a mom when I started, but I am literally about to have my third kid this month. And I have raised these babies in between working with Plexus. And it has been an incredible blessing for our family. I started out just like these girls. I definitely had no interest in working the business, but when I started to feel good, I started to share. And that, like Ashley said, it's just when you start to feel good and you start to do things you've never done before, like get up and go work out at 6 o'clock. Like these are things that I did before I was a mom, but it's like these things, you're like, I want to share. And that just translates to other people in your network that they're like, I want to feel like her. Like I want to, whatever. And so it literally is, you're not a salesperson. And when someone tells us I'm not a salesperson, we are like, perfect. That's awesome. Great. You're a real person. So you're going to have your kid on your hip, or you're going to come like no makeup, like perfect. That's the way we want you to show up, is how you want to show up. And so anyways, let me really quickly share these slides with you just so you can see what is available if you decide to start the opportunity. So let me share my screen really quick. And you guys, let me know if you can't see this. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it's user error, and that is all me. Okay. All right. So what if this was your answer, the right time, place, and team? And so you are here on this call for a reason. You tuned in for a reason. You said yes for a reason, whether that was just you being friendly or whether you were genuinely curious how your friend does what they do. Either way, I'm sure you've got plenty to take back with you and to, mull over. And so you're here for a reason. So welcome to our tribe. So that is us. In Mexico this year, or last year actually. And this was a free trip that some of the top earners get to go on. That is completely free. This resort was at the Fairmont in Mexico, Mayakoba. Plexus rented it out. There was nobody else there but us. Dinners, parties, like it is just absolutely amazing, along with cash prizes. Your flights are covered. It is just so great. So on the left, there's Brianna, in the middle, Emily, middle is me, and on the right is Heather. So it was just so nice to be there with our husbands. None of us brought our kids. You can bring your kids. We brought our kids, my 1-year-old, whenever, I think it was 3 years ago, to Hawaii, and we're going to Hawaii again this year. And so it's just amazing that you can either turn it into a family vacation, or you can turn it into a getaway with your best friend or your husband, whoever you want to bring. That is up to you, but it is just so nice to be able to, because I know life gets busy and sometimes we forget to take vacations. And so it's just so nice that Plexus goes ahead and carves that out for you. All right. So we are stay-at-home moms, full-time working moms, part-time working moms, teachers, nurses, former corporate world, women and men, and most of all friends, as I'm sure you can see. So who is Plexus? So we're known as the Health and Happiness Company. We started as a breast health company based out of Arizona, Scottsdale. We are debt-free, which is absolutely huge. That means we don't have people telling us what we can and can't do. It is so nice because it just allows us so much freedom for our company, for Plexus, to really work with the field, and that is us. It is privately owned, and you guys, our CEO is just absolutely the salt of the earth. You wouldn't even know that he was the CEO. He is incredible. All of our products are made in the USA, which is absolutely amazing. And we are the top of the Inc. 5000 as fastest growing companies. Lots of money spent in philanthropy, and A+ with the Better Business Bureau rating, which is really, really huge. So Plexus is gut health, metabolism, hormones, skincare. We have such an amazing skincare line that really focuses on the microbiome of your skin. We have collagen. We just came out with a greens product. It curbs cravings. And we also have a kids line, which my kiddos love, love, love. They never let them miss a day, and nutrition as well. So why Plexus? The reason why I love Plexus is because there's no required purchases on my end. No parties, no inventory. That was a huge one for me, because I always used to see my friends who maybe sold, I don't even know, like whatever, back in the day you had to sell Tupperware and you have these huge Tupperware parties, or like, what was the leggings and things like that. We'd have zero. We have just what we use in our cabinets. And that is so nice because everything is online. You get a whole your own website, your own referral code for you to share with your friends to get them a discount as well. And I just love that we have totally upgraded to the times. And now you can be a brand ambassador, which I just feel like it's just so on point with where we are right now in the world. So there's no quota and no stacking, which I absolutely love. Okay, so here is what you can earn this month. In February, if you decided to say, hey, I'm ready to get started, and you're like, I'm grabbing my sister to do this with me, you would make $35 right away. And then if you were like, hey, I'm going to get my mom and my husband to do this with me, you would make $357 right away. And as you can see, you are all the way down here. You're making, you refer 9 friends, $1,300, 17 friends, 2,000. And the best thing is these people do not have to come from you, right? You add 3 friends, you help those 3 friends get 3 friends, right? And so I think a lot of the times people are like in network marketing, they're like, oh my gosh, I've got to help 20 friends on my own. I don't know 20 people, but the beauty of it is that we have a system that helps you to help a lot of people simply by sharing your story and helping others do the same. All right, so this is the brand partner income. And so right now, this definitely needs to be updated because we have had so many ranks since I think like 2 months ago that I made this. And so I'm a sapphire, Brianna is a sapphire. You heard from Allie, she is an emerald. And so on, you've got senior ruby, senior golds. So take a look and see which rank would change your life and let yourself dream a little bit. For me, at Sapphire, my life has been totally changed. At Emerald, my life was totally changed. At each mark has significantly impacted my life in some way in this season of my life. It's so crazy. Just like Allie said, it's like, thank you, Plexus, because it always comes in and matches the season that you're in. It's absolutely insane how it works, but take a look. These numbers are absolutely real. And so just think about what could an extra $10,000 a month do for you? What would that do? How would that bless your family? What would an extra $17,000 do? For me, that's helping me build my dream home from the ground up. That has helped me pay off student loans. I no longer have that debt hanging over my head. It allows me to take trips to Costco and stock up on all the things, just like I did today, and just feeling so blessed that I'm able to do that, because there once was a time where I would just hope and pray that my card didn't get declined at the checkout counter. And so it's just so nice that the little things, it's nice to have the bigger things, yes, but the little things that really matter, just like buying my kids their favorite yogurt that isn't cheap. So just having that and having that smile on their face when they come home, they're like, yes, my mom's the coolest. So whatever it means to you, just think about it, dream about it. All right. So attraction marketing. Another thing that I hear is I'm not good at self-promoting, or I'm not good at taking pictures. I don't know how to write a post, or I don't know how to do this. The best part is when you come in, you have a toolbox that will walk you through exactly how to do all of this. And we have a lot of ladies on our team that love to take pictures. And so we have just a ton of content for you. We will show you how to craft the post. We walk hand in hand with whoever you sign up. That you get one-on-one time with them. And so you are never alone. We have weekly training calls. There are so many resources when you start. And this month, it's only $2.22 to get started. And that gets you your website, discounted off your products, and an opportunity to start earning right away. All right. Stop the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you do decide to get started tonight, like I said, we will cover your membership. It's $2.22 to get started, but we will cover that. And if you decide to grab a friend to get started, we will also send you a $10 Amazon gift card as well as your friend. So just get with the person that invited you here. Let them know what your health goals are. Let them know what, what stood out to you in this call. What could this opportunity do for you? Really think about it. Ask questions. We love when you guys ask questions because it helps us to maybe walk you through some of those hesitations that you have. But we hope to see you in our community. And thank you so much for taking time out of your Thursday evening. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye, Ashton. I'm like reading the comments. I always forget. Oh, I need to stop recording.